of like a cut gorge to where it looks like water was running through at one time, powering this wheel. And then, of course, the wheel is pumping this contraption that's blowing air into the furnace, which is right here. So this is definitely some type of like mining facility. And this the gorge is about 10 foot wide where the water would flow. The furnace doesn't look like it's been used for probably 500 years since the Great Spell War. So the furnace is dark and cold, but there's heaps and heaps of coal that are piled all over the place in here to where it was probably once the fuel that was used. And then there's like all kinds of carts that have that are filled with like this ore, unrefined ore that's inside of the chunks of rock and stuff. Now, also, there are, as you guys are walking in, there is some creatures that, as your eyes start to adjust and whatnot, on the other side of this furnace, you can see that there are a bunch of creatures that start to come to life, and you hear these moans and whatnot. So these are definitely zombies. You guys can definitely tell that they're zombies. And
hey Dave, can I get an extra 60 feet for those goggles of night?
Sure. Let me give you.
Do you guys want me to stay here with you guys or check down the stairs in case there's any other goblins or monsters?
This was definitely a mistake.
So there you go. Yeah, you see there's like 8 or 9 zombies that are... Well, hold on.
No. Don't go anywhere, Hornswoggle.
We might have to retreat to this room.
Yeah, so, and as these zombies, they start to shamble and whatnot, you can hear them moaning and calling for brains.
Brains.
Exactly. They're calling for brains. Up above on the top of the furnace, all of a sudden the room brightly illuminates with this reddish type of fiery color. And I'm going to give you guys the rest of the room, seeing that it is now basically brightly lit in here. A large skull appears on top of this furnace, and this large skull is on fire, and this thing has a cackleish type of laugh. And this is what you see. It is red. It is green. It is
good God,
just a skull, and it has fiery eyes. And like I said, this thing now illuminates the entire
That looks like Diablo.
room. Kind of looks like Diablo. So, you know that they're there. They know that you're there. So why don't you guys go ahead and roll initiative again? Because the undead, they want to eat your brains. So everybody go ahead and do your initiative. There we go. A couple of nice experience encounters.
I'm shaking in my little jumpy boots.
They didn't check for loot in the other room, so I'm not going to remind them. All right, everybody's got their initiatives up. Let's go ahead and see who's first. Wow, look at that. Hornswoggle again with even a better roll this time. So now you can go ahead and split the party if you want to, Hornswoggle, and move around. And like I said, this machine is probably, I'd say probably 15, 20 foot tall. So you won't be able to, and it's kind of just floating and hovering there as well. So, yeah.
Am I still able to shoot?
You can shoot at it, yeah.
But am I still able to shoot zombie number 2?
Sure.
With my
yep, you can, but it'll be at a -2 because of the machinery that's in the way. So you can attack it in the modifier box down in the lower left-hand corner that says modifier. Put a -2 in there, and then do your attack roll on the zombie you want to attack. And it will take that -2 out. All right, Hornswoggle. So let's see what you do.
I'm gonna fire my short bow as zombie number 2.
All right. Brains. All right, so you still hit him with a 14, even with the -2. Very nice. Thank you, Dragonbait. Yeah, this is my 3rd time doing it. This will be the last time for a good while. All right, you hit minimum damage. He's wounded. The arrow kind of like knocks one of his arms off, pretty much, as it just kind of falls to the ground and starts crawling around in a circle just by grabbing the ground. All right, take any movement you want to, Hornswoggle, and then when you're done, go ahead and pass it on. All right. So what'd you guys do with that bugbear? You guys just started... You guys just
Bull's
left
in
him
there with
there?
them.
Or?
Yeah, Frantisek had his spell going up, so he was just like, let's go to the next one.
Yeah, you guys
I
are just like, let's clear it out. Let's get to Starfinder. Let's
yeah,
hurry up,
so
guys.
Squall was putting him in handcuffs, and we just ran out the door.
All right, we'll wait till Squall then. So let's go to one of the zombies with a very slow movement as they just scrape along. Would a zombie be smart enough to take a dash action, do you think? What the hell?
Smart.
He'll take
I don't know about that.
He'll take a dash action. He wants brains. All right, Squall, what are you doing with this bugbear?
He should have like a 10% chance to trip over himself.
All right, so I want to make sure this thing can't.
Good try. Well, you've got him all bound up with your manacles, right?
Well, I mean that takes care of his hands. I want to make sure he can't run off. So I was.
Well, you could manacle him to the bed, pretty much. Unless he feels like dragging a double bunk around the entire Wave Echo Cave with a reduced movement.
He'll just sleep through it.
So, yeah, plus he's in bad shape. It looks like he went 12 rounds with Roy Jones Jr. anyway, so... So, I mean, if you want to put him against the bed, you can do that, and he'll be here.
Yeah, I'll manacle him to the bed, and I'll tell him, if you try to leave, I have no problem killing you. These other guys like to keep guys hanging around for information, but I really don't care. So if you run off, you're going to regret it. So, and then I will dash out of the room and try and find out what's going on. I'm sure I hear commotion or something. So,
all right, go ahead and take your dash. And then as you're taking your dash, we'll go ahead and go to another zombie. All right. In fact, he's just going to go right here. He's going to move up. A couple of them are going to be knuckleheads. And all right, let's go to the Flame Skull. I'm looking forward to this now. I'm looking for one spell in particular. Oh man. He's got it. All right, so let's see. We are going to do he's got one of these, so he's going to cast Fireball as a fireball erupts all around everybody. Oh boy. That's pretty much going to get everybody. All right, let's give everybody saving throws. All right. I've got you guys targeted. All right. All right. Looks like I'm going to have to give everybody a saving throw individually. Wow. 2 successes.
That was a nice roll.
Failure.
Oh man.
And a success. So
Yay.
let's see.
I'm
if
the only one who
damage-
failed. Dadgummit.
Alright, so 27.
Bad gummit.
So, Squall,
Ooh, that's it.
you go down.
But I saved, didn't I?
Whoa.
Let's see. It should be 13. So let's see. You guys will take 13 damage from the fireball. So Squall, give yourself 13 damage on top of whatever you had. 13. I don't know why it's not working. This I don't know why it's not working, but it should. So let's see. You'll take the full 27 for in a sec. So I'll just give you 27 right now. So Franisek goes down, and then also Hornswoggle, you are going to take 13 on top of what you had, which will be a total of 23 wounds. So you're in pretty bad shape. Let's see. How about Squall? What are you at from the 13, and what are you at, Wim, from the 13?
I believe I'm at a 10. Let me check. Yeah, 10.
Okay. So you have 10 hit points left?
Right.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you guys, fireball erupts. Bam, fire all around you. Takes the breath out of you. Franisek, as the fire subsides and the smoke clears, Franisek is in a burning husk on the ground, unconscious, it looks like. And the three of you are heavily wounded.
Dawnbringer just turned into this, like, puff of melted feathers. Just kind of falls out of the sky. Yeah, so Franisek had run into the room, you know, all excited, ready to keep going. And then he, like, skids to a stop and yells out, "This was a bad idea." And then, boom.
Gotta love that to end your flaming sphere.
Oh, yeah, that
Dissipates as well.
definitely lost concentration on that flaming sphere.
Yeah. And then the flaming skull, it cackles a few times. It moves up 5 feet, and then a burst of fire erupts out of its eyes as this, like, Cyclops fire ray is attacking Hornswoggle. And Hornswoggle, that is a miss.
Oh, yes.
As the fire ray hits the ground in front of you, and it puts a small little hole in the ground in front of you. Okay. So that's it. We'll go on to zombie number 8. Zombie number 8 will go ahead and move up. Frantisek, your first death saving throw is a success with an 18.
Cool.
Zombie number 6 is going to move around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It works how I want it to work, Primal. Not to be smart, but it's my game. I do what I like to do. So, zombie number 5 is up. 1, 2, 3, 4. If it has multiple actions, I give it multiple spells. And the Flame Skull does have multi-attack, so I'll do multiple spells if I want to. Alright, zombie number 5 is done. Wim, you are up. Legendary creatures get legendary actions.
Any of these guys, if they have some ball
it just depends
bearings.
on how many actions. I give it
Yeah,
multiple spells if I want to. Players, they can only do one spell slot and a cantrip.
Shouldn't be
Monsters are
unconscious,
different.
right?
Players have the advantage, so I even the playing field with multiple spells with monsters.
Or was that just the effect?
So that's how I run it. That's how I've always run it.
Although, actually, you know what? I was at max. So,
I don't care if it's written that way. It doesn't matter.
I should be down 2. I should have 13 wounds, correct?
You have 13 wounds, so you have 10 life left, yes.
Yeah, it's weird. It's saying affects unconscious. Is that... What's that
No,
about?
it wasn't a mishap. It's just the way I do it. I change everything
In the
up all the
combat
time.
tracker.
You have 13 wounds, so you have 10 life left.
Okay.
Yeah, everything in Fantasy Grounds counts up from 0. So.
Okay. Yeah, I was asking if anyone has ball bearings before I make an attack here.
I do.
Do you? It might be a nice idea to retreat and put some in front of the stairs. Or maybe even the stairs further down where we came from.
It'll make dragging Franisec's husk much easier over the ball bearings.
I meant after we retreat.
I think we just need to get in the room.
Yeah, but I think setting up a trap, we might have a little bit of time to do that. I'll go ahead and make a dart throw at the flaming skull with Kensei shot, so it'll take up my bonus action
the
to
multi-attack
add like a D4 to the attack.
Oh, let me see here. You did a disadvantage. You're not. I need to take this unconscious off of you. So why don't you go ahead and re-roll that?
Yeah. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, it was from when the spell didn't divvy out to saving throws to everyone, and it didn't divvy out damage. So when I did it individually, it put. I don't know what happened with that fireball. I think it just didn't parse right. So I took it off. You can go ahead and do the. You can do your attack again. Which it was, that was actually advantageous to you, so you got a hit out of it this time, so.
Woohoo!
Very nice. So the Flame Skull partially resisted it. It is wounded. You can see that the Flame Skull is, it is wounded now.
Okay, and I will use my move to, can I grab Franisec and pull him during a move, or is that going to take a bonus action?
You can do it, but it's just going to take. It'll be like difficult terrain. So
that's fine. I got.
If
lots
you have
of
30 feet movement, then you'll have 15 feet, and you can drag him 3 squares. Basically, is how I do stuff like that.
Right on. I have 40 movement, so.
So it'll be half, so 20. So yeah.
All right.
And if you had the ball bearings on, that would have even been that much better.
I was thinking we could put him in front of these stairs and then go down the stairs, or the other one and then go down those ones, just in case.
Drag him down the stairs as he hits his head on every stair going down. 1 death strike, 2 death strike, 3 death strike. You're out of there.
Right on. All right, I'm going to drag him back 20 feet then.
Drag him back then.
And actually, hang on, I have the feline agility, right? So I should be able to double that without taking a bonus action.
But I mean, you're dragging someone, so I mean, feline agility, that's for just like not dragging people, right? That's just like movement when you're by yourself, just doing like running and stuff, right? I think that's how it's worded, is it?
Yeah, it does talk
really
about. I mean, it is agility, so yeah.
Hampering yourself, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't really say specifically, but yeah, I would probably agree with that.
Yeah. So we'll say that you got Franisec 20. So we'll say if you're there, he'll be there. So
all right, that sounds good.
You could kick him down the stairs if you wanted to. Give him one for the
Pass
road.
the torch.
Yeah. All right, so let's do another zombie, and we'll just do a double movement for this zombie. He'll end up right here. Next zombie, let's see. He's just going to basically walk up against the furnace, and he's just trying to walk through the furnace, and nothing happens. He's just basically walking in place. All right, let's go to this zombie here. He had he didn't have an initiative, but we'll just put a 1 there anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we will. All right, we're good to go. We're up to round 2, and Hornswoggle, you're up. Looks like everybody else is running away.
I am going to disengage.
All right, well, there's no reason for you to disengage, so you can just take your movement if you want, so you don't have to waste your bonus action. All right.
Yeah. And then I want to search Franisec for a healing potion.
Franisec has one right on his belt.
Nice.
This one right there.
Good one.
And then I give him the healing potion.
All right. You jam it down his
Awesome.
throat. Ah. All right. So he comes to.
Sorry.
So you can go ahead and
thanks,
you can.
Hornswoggle.
take the
You're welcome.
healing potion for a sec, drop it on yourself. That's how much you'll get back. So you're still prone, but you'll be conscious again, which is nice. So I'll take unconscious off of you, and then we'll just kind of put prone on you, and you'll be good to go. All right, so Hornswoggle, good move. All right, well, Bugbear couldn't do anything, so now we're going to do another zombie move. All right, you get back 6 health. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One of the zombies appears around the corner as it's still shuffling towards you. Squall, you're up. Yeah, if
Okay.
it's like the Flame Skull. If the Flame Skull says
Got a
2
unconscious
flame
effect on
attacks,
me.
I'm going to do
That'll
2
affect me if I
spells.
roll.
It doesn't matter. If it says 3 attacks with his longsword and he has spells, I'll do
Yeah, that
3
would give you
spells.
disadvantage.
And I don't think it actually states, you can't
Not
do
sure
this
how
with
to take that
monsters
off.
or anything like that. Oh, you're unconscious? Yeah, I got it. I took it off because it was me who put it on. So, but yeah, if you have multiple actions with a monster,
Okay,
do
I want
whatever
to
you want with
transfer
it.
my hunter's mark on this
Because the
flame skull, and
monsters,
I'm going to fire a crossbow bolt at him.
the players have the advantage anyway. They have heals, they have magic, so if you can kind of level the playing field a little bit, I'm all for that as a DM. So, nice shot with a 24. You want to make your
You know what I
encounters
realized
challenging
too late,
for your
Dave?
players, because if not, it'll be boring to them, and they'll just steamroll
I have those
every
boots
encounter.
of striding and springing that allow me to move unencumbered. Or
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
or allow it does not reduce
So I try to even the
your
playing
speed
field.
isn't reduced if you are encumbered or wearing heavy armor.
Or
Yeah, but
dragging.
But that
apprentice.
doesn't state dragging a corpse, so it's like encumbered, which is like carrying the
Yeah.
kitchen sink in your backpack, or carrying the house in the kitchen sink, or armor. So I mean, I don't
A little
think
bit
that
more
really has-
leverage, I think, though.
Yeah, you're giving the old college try, and you get the A for effort for sure. And in fact, I'm going to give you an inspiration for that for trying. So
Oh, that's just such a sweetheart.
I know I can't help it. All right, Squall. Next, we're going to let's see. The next zombie just kind of moves up, is not going anywhere. Flame Skull, Fireball. And I'm just kidding. Doesn't have another Fireball, but it does have multi-attack. And what I will do is use a second level spell slot. I will cast Magic Missile, and I will pump 4 Force Orbs to the closest target. Ooh. I would actually say that the Flame Skull doesn't know that you're conscious yet because you're still prone. So what I will go ahead and do is I will give 2 orbs to Hornswoggle, so you'll take 3. And then you'll also take you'll take 2 and 2 for a total of 4 force. And in fact, I think I'm going to give you all 4 of them. I don't think he would split them up, so you'll take another 2. And then wow, you're taking minimum damage. Wow, I cannot believe I rolled 4 1s.
Help me.
That is crazy.
Still drop them though.
So yeah, so the Flame Skull does take you down. So now you're unconscious, Hornswoggle. And then with the second spell, I'm going to go ahead and do a Flame Blast, which is the eyes, they really smolder with a deep color red, and another fire ray comes out. And I will go ahead and attack Wim with that fire ray. So it does have a 30-foot range, so I'm going to take the Flame Skull. He will move, let's see, 5, 10, 15. And seeing that he's kind of flying down as well, 5 feet, I'll move within range and attack Wim. That'll be all of his movement as he's towards the top of the ceiling, which is about I'd say about 10 feet. And then he takes his fire ray and attacks Whim. And Whim, the fire ray streaks right past you and hits the wall behind you, putting a hole in the wall missing. That is a pretty potential. Yeah, that's a pretty deadly looking ray. So that's it for the flame skull. Yes, Hornswoggle.
The hole that zombie 4 is in, that's where a hole is.
Yeah, but it's a small little hole in the ground to where it's not going to hamper his movement or anything like that. So I've moved one of the zombies towards the front. Yeah, good call there, Hornswoggle. He's on top of it. So Frantisek, you're up now as you are prone. And you see the flame skull that's hovering at the top of the ceiling at the end of the hall. Hornswoggle did go down. Even though I didn't think the unconscious could talk, but it was still good, though. I mean, I'm just giving you a hard time, Hornswoggle. Welcome to the game. You go unconscious your first game.
Yeah, so I am going to stand up. Okay. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on Hornswoggle, and then I'm going to drag him into the room. And as I'm doing this, I'm like, Whim! Retreat! It was a bad idea. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you have a total of, looks like, how much speed do you have? It's not on your sheet.
Hold on, I'm prone, so it's half to get up, right?
Yep. Yeah, but it doesn't have a speed value on your character sheet. You have 25 or 30 feet, I think.
30. I have 30.
Okay. All right. So let's put 30 on your speed. There you go.
I need to do that. Sorry about that. So 15, 5, 10. So I can get here with 10, 15, if I could drag him that 5. And I'll give him Cure Wounds here.
Okay. Yeah, it's about as max as you can drag him. Very nice. And your Cure Wounds does
only 6. Sorry about that, bud.
So Hornswoggle, you're going to be prone still, so we'll put prone on you. But you're not unconscious, which is a good thing. And then from Frantisek, we'll take the. I think the prone is already. Nope, wrong one. We'll take prone off of you, so you don't have that condition on you. And we'll do some more zombies as they start to come around the corner. 1, 2, 1, 2. This one's right here. That's as max as he can move. He can't move any further. The zombie's not going anywhere. Whim, you're up now.
Retreat.
Whim, help me drag him in.
Run away.
Help me.
All right, so you basically drag Hornswoggle in as he's conscious, but he's kind of like kicking along, you know what I mean, giving you some help as you're dragging him into the room. All right, and we'll even say that Hornswoggle, kicks the door shut?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kick that door shut.
All
Can
right.
I use my action then?
Sure, yeah. What action would you like to do? Are you going to do an action before you shut the door or after the door is shut?
Well, I was hoping to do one before the door was shut, but that's your
you
call.
Can do that. No, it's not my. No, okay. You can go ahead and do it. Because you can get that off before, before we'll say that you get your action off before you make the final, steps as you're dragging him through the door, and then he kicks it shut. So.
All right, Kensei shot dart.
All right. So, what is the range of a dart? Is it 20 feet is a dart, or is it 30 feet, or what? And you're behind the wall, so I don't know where you're at. I guess you would be right here. So.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I was in front of there.
All right, so what's the range on a dart?
I believe it's only 20, so it's disadvantage at
it would be.
Anything after that?
Yep. So you can go ahead and do another.
Drop another one in there.
Yeah, just drop another attack. And we'll take the worst of the two. Oh, disadvantage strikes.
All right.
So you throw the dart, and then as you throw the dart, the door shuts. Because you're.
All right.
I mean, you still have a bonus action. I mean, you could throw one more dart if you want to with disadvantage.
I know because the doing the Kensei shot takes my bonus action.
Oh, okay. I got you.
It adds that D4 to the.
I got you. To the damage of the dart.
I don't. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So you get the door shut as you see the zombies and that flame skull just kind of moving closer as the door shuts from Hornswoggle kicking it closed. All right, guys. So we'll continue on now that you took a shot at that flame skull whim. You missed it. Hornswoggle, you got the door kicked shut, and you saw that there were multiple zombies coming down the hall and that flame skull. So now that you're still prone on the ground, Hornswoggle, what do you want to do, seeing that it is your turn now?
I want to stand up and move away.
Okay, so you want to stand up. Go ahead and move your token. You get half movement. So that will be, it looks like you got 2 squares left. Very good. So is there anything else that you want to do with your action or your bonus action before you end your turn?
No, I'm good. Oh yeah, I forgot. I want to use a healing potion.
Okay, sure. All right, go ahead and let's see. Hornswoggle, do you have a healing potion on your sheet? I don't think you do. Why don't you put a pick up that 4-sided down there, and then right-click on it where 2 appear, and then just throw it into the chat, and then we'll add that much life on, and we'll just add 2 to that roll. And then we'll make you a healing potion effect. All right, nice roll. So you get 7 back, and so you have 18 wounds. So you can deduct 7 from that 25 that you have, and you'll have 18 left. So the bugbear is laughing at all of you. And of course, he's pretty roughed up as well. And he is still shackled. He's still shackled to the post of the bed. And he's spitting up blood as he's laughing at all of you. And he says, and he speaks in a decent common tongue. And he says, you found the undead that we could not beat. Looks like you're going to end the lives of all of us now, you fools. So let's see. Next zombie. Let's see. All right. Squall, you're up now.
Squall, brace the door.
I don't know. You think we should fight it out here, or they're going to tear this door down?
That they are.
That's why I yelled for you to brace it. Maybe we can. That's my suggestion. Is barricade this door and get healed up a little bit.
Should we try and drag some of these bunks in front of it?
Yes, the one with the bugbear on it.
Oh, wait a minute. What are you talking about? As he gets a free action when you mention that.
So,
Squall, what do you want to do?
What do you consider opening and closing a door? Is it an action, a bonus action?
Yeah,
bonus
usually
action.
I think it's considered in the little sidebar in the player's handbook. I think it's considered a bonus action. If you want to drag the bunks, it'll be difficult terrain, basically, and you can drag it for half of your total movement.
Okay, I'll drag one of these bunks over in front of this door and try and lean against it and hold it shut and do that.
All right.
He's the one with the bugbear.
Well, you gotta run all the way over to the you gotta go to the bugbear first, so that's gonna take all of your movement. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
to get the bugbear.
I'm just gonna drag one of the closest ones, one of these ones in the corner, whatever. whatever makes it the easiest.
Sure, we'll say that you take the bunk bed on the top and you drag it down. Of course, it makes all that, wood on stone grinding and stuff, difficult terrain. You get it set up against the door, and that will pretty much take all of your movement, kind of maneuvering it between everybody there and stuff like that. So, all right.
Okay.
So Squall will put you right here. Oh, hold on one second. The map moved. So we'll say that you're there because of the bunk bed that you. Let me see if I got any tokens or anything I could use as a bunk bed. We'll let's see. We'll take this. We'll use this as a bunk bed. And we'll say you get that pit trap basically pulled in front of the door.
Works for me.
All right.
And I look over at the cleric and I'm like, Frantisek, if you got any healing spells left, buddy, I could use one.
All right.
Yeah. Just a minute. And I'm fumbling around with my, various, my holy symbol and stuff like that, and I'm getting ready to start casting healing spells.
All right. So all of a sudden, you hear that laser beam type of noise, or that vortex type of sound, that whoosh, that swoosh type of sound, as all of a sudden a huge hole, actually a lot of the door just disintegrates from this fire ray that just comes shooting through the door and damaging the bed that's also blocking the door as well. And this happens twice. So you hear it once, whoosh, a second time, whoosh, and on the second hit is when the door kind of semi-explodes and all kinds of wooden splinters and parts of the metal band of the door and stuff go flying all throughout the room that you're in. And you can hear this flame skull cackling off into the distance. So the door is definitely damaged. The bunk bed is still there, but it's damaged as well. And now you can start to hear the moans of the zombies again. And Frantisek, it is your turn now. It's
okay.
Pretty rough on him. This flame skull is pretty hard.
I'm going to scoot around over here to Squall and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. Yeah, and as you scoot around, you can see the flame skull, and you can see multiple zombies shuffling down the hall. And, this is as you're running by, so you can see in this huge gaping hole that's in the middle of the door.
So, but it's is it enough gaping hole that I could cast spells through, by the way?
Sure. You could have, if it's automatic hit, yeah, but if it's something that has a
ranged component,
like a ranged attack, it would be -2. But
okay, no problem.
But yeah,
I
you
will
can do that.
I will keep that in mind for next turn, because this turn I cast Cure Wounds on Squall.
Okay.
That'd
You
be
got
it for
10
me.
wounds back. So let's see. Okay, a zombie. He is at the door now. You can start to see where there's the hole. You can see that the zombie is trying to come through the door, and he's kind of slashing at the bed, and the bed is rattling all around and whatnot. And you're pretty much almost face to face with this zombie. And through the hole, you can actually see, because you were covered with shrapnel basically as the door kind of semi-exploded. You can see that flaming skull off, at the end of the hallway. It's still cackling. You can see the mouth still clicking and moving, and the eyes are still glowing beet red also. So, all right, that zombie is trying to, push the door open and, move the bed. So we'll go on to a couple of other zombies. Wim, you're up now, as you see all this happening in front of you.
Would you say that the door and the bed are like still on fire, or is it just like scorched it?
Yeah, it's scorched it. There's a couple small spots where the door has got some flame on it, but it's not like it's not like a raging inferno like a fireball spell would have been. Like as after the flames
Right.
subsided, Frantisek's corpse, his corpse was still on fire and smoldering and stuff. So not
Yeah,
like that.
my hair's still smoking at this point. And I keep going, it was a good idea, guys. It was a solid plan. Look, it wasn't my fault.
Get her. All right.
Get her.
All right. I think I'm going to pull out my lantern and empty the oil onto the bed.
Sure.
No.
No.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. So, is that my action then?
That's pretty much your action. As part of your movement would be pulling the lantern out or unhooking it from your pack or your belt, and then taking everything and dumping it out. We'll say, in fact, I'm in a good mood tonight. But I'm always in a good mood when I'm playing. So, we'll say as part of your bonus action, you can hit the little lid and kind of dump all the oil out as a bonus action.
All right. Sounds good. And then I'll just back up a little bit.
I know what you're doing. I totally know what you're doing.
Well, I hope so.
Okay. And what do you do next with your action, seeing that you haven't used your action yet?
Okay. Well, I thought that was my action and bonus action. Well, if that's the case, then I'll go ahead and attack with a dart.
So, okay, so you're not lighting it on fire. You're just stepping back and then throwing a dart through the hole.
In the case that any other flames come this way, that thing's gonna light up.
Yeah, no, you're right. So
That
Okay.
way, I don't have to actually make that move if I don't have to.
all right, so -2 in the modifier box because you're throwing through that hole in the door. Although the zombie is kind of reaching through and is trying to grab at you, calling for your brains, you can go ahead and do your dart attack -2, and we will see if you hit the zombie or not. All right, so that's a hit with your Kensei shot.
Hang on, I can't do that one. I'll just do the regular one because I'd need a bonus action to do the Kensei.
It'll still be a hit anyway, so that's
Okay.
fine. We'll just use the same roll. I think the zombies have like a 6 or 8 AC. It ain't very good. Yeah, they have an 8 armor class, so with your guys' pluses, I mean, just don't roll like a 1 or 2. You know what I mean? And you should be good. All right, so you do a total of 6 damage, wounding the as the dart just goes right through its nasty, soft flesh and just disappears inside of his husky body. All right, let's do a couple more zombies. All right. And you can see another zombie now behind the one at the door, seeing that you're still in line of sight of the hole. All right. Round 4. Hornswoggle, what are you doing?
I am gonna move
Okay.
and that's it.
Okay, sounds good. The bugbear's still laughing at you. He says, "You've caused us all to die, you fools!" As he witnessed the door explode and splinters fly everywhere inside of the room, and you guys, your ears are totally ringing from the pressure of that ray just blasting through that door. But yeah, you can definitely hear the bugbear laughing. He says,
Can
"We're
I
all
kill the
gonna die."
bugbear?
If you want to shoot him, you can. You can do whatever you want. You
I am
still
just
have an
gonna leave
action.
him.
Okay, you're going to leave him? Okay, so the door starts to move a little bit more as another zombie is pushing on the door. So there's 2 zombies now pushing on the door. Squall, what say you?
All right. Drinking a potion is an action. Yes.
It is. Yep, and pulling it out is part of your movement. So.
Okay. What if I wanted to hand a potion to somebody? What would that be considered?
I would just say it's part of. I would say it's part of your movement. Just to hand it off. I mean, they won't be able to quaff it or anything. You know what I mean? Unless you jam it in their mouth as you're running by, and then it would be your action. But
I'm going to go full movement, hand a potion of healing to Hornswoggle.
Okay.
And then I will drink a potion of healing.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, we'll say usually you can pull 1 item out, but we'll say you can pull 2 out. I'm easy.
Okay.
Because you usually, if you like pulling a second weapon out or anything like that, you can usually only pull 1 weapon out, stuff like that. But we'll say that you can pull it out. You guys need all the help you can get right now, anyway. So. All right.
Thanks,
so yeah. All right. So now we've got something interesting happening here. I'm going to do a couple of, let's see, rolls. All right. You guys are saying, "Oh man, what's he rolling in the tower for?" Okay, so what I was doing, I was just making sure that I did not hit another zombie, you know, while shooting, because all of these zombies are in the way now. So the door takes 2 more blasts from that from the flame skull. So the door and the bed are now disintegrated, and there are zombies now that you can, you know, especially from where all you guys are at, the door is literally, the door almost hits you, Wim, as the door flies off of the hinges and almost decapitates you. And it also almost decapitates Squall, as the door has so much force behind it, it literally hits the wall and the door on the opposite side of the room, which is 50 feet away, basically. So the bed is just disintegrated into wooden splinters. No need to do dexterity saving throws and damage and all that. No need to do that, because of the ray basically just disintegrates it. So now the door is off the hinges. You can see multiple zombies out in the hallway, and actually 3 of you, Hornswoggle, Squall, and Wim, where you're at, you can see that flame skull with its red eyes just glowing at the end of that hall. So it looks like the flame skull does move a little bit closer, though. So that's end of the let's see, the flame skull. Let's see, we got some zombies now. Franisek, you're up now, as the door is just now totally off the hinges. Thanks, GeoQuester, for the host, buddy. Good to see you.
Okay, so we're in trouble, guys.
It's Harry. This is
That
pretty
flaming
Harry.
spear in front of that door.
All right, so what are you doing there, Franisek?
Okay, hold on. So I'm going to come here. So I'm going to come here and use my Channel Divinity ability.
Sure.
It's called Radiance of the Dawn. And so I present my holy symbol, and within 30 feet of me, every hostile creature must make a con savings throw or take radiant damage.
All right.
2d10 plus my cleric level.
Nice.
All right. So go ahead and target up all the... As long as they can hear you, right? Hear or see you, I think it is.
It doesn't specify if they can see me. It just says each within 30 feet of me. So I want to make sure I'm close enough for the flame skull here. And unfortunately, I don't have a macro set up for the Radiance of the Dawn. So how can I give these guys a con save?
A creature that has total cover from you is not affected. So we'll say that the zombie number 4 will have that total cover, but all of the other, everything else will be affected, including the flaming skull. So the flaming skull will be at 30 feet. So, all right. So let's see. You don't have a macro. You don't have an effect set up. So
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Maybe we can do that really quick. So Radiance of the Dawn. Let's see. Let's see if we can take that and drag it onto your sheet and it'll parse it. Look at that. It parsed it. Look at that. That is awesome, isn't it?
Wow.
Okay, so there you go. Well, and then we'll take that. Let's go ahead and delete that other one if you don't mind.
No problem.
Okay, so there you go. That'll be under powers, and then in the box on the right, remember you can name it whatever you want, Channel Divinity, whatever, and it'll make a new directory for it. So, all right,
okay,
very cool. So let's do that Channel Divinity. Where did it go? There, oh, there it is. Okay, sorry. All right, so we are good to go. So you can go ahead and target all those up. And man, I love that drag and drop, and then it just kind of parses it. All right, so let's see what happens as you target 3 of the 4 zombies and the flame skull. And then you give them their saving throws.
It's not letting me target them up. It's all just doing one at a time.
It's not letting you hold down control and then clicking the zombies?
No, it wasn't working.
Alright, so 2 successes. Wow. 3 successes. Wow, that is the first time I've ever seen that. So
wow.
That
wow.
Stinks.
Yeah, your Radiance of the Dawn had no effect on, or actually it'll take half. So
no, they get half.
So it'll be 2d10 plus your cleric's level. So it'll be 4. All right. So we'll go ahead and let's just take that. Let's take that 14 damage, and we'll just drag it on. So let's see. 6, 1, 6, and 7 will take 7 damage. 1, 6, and 7 will take 7. All right. 1. All right, so we're done there. And also the flame skull will take some damage as well. All right, so all of the damage has been added. And anything else? Well, I guess nothing else happens because of the successful save. So, all right, that's it for Franisek. Let's go on to.
I'll finish my movement.
All right, love how you get out of the way. I'm bowing out.
Well, yeah.
All right, so the zombies, yeah, this zombie is heavily wounded. It's going to move straight in. It's going for Whim. It's going to try to slam you. As it hits you with a 20 versus AC, and you'll take a total of 5 bludgeoning damage. Next, we'll have Whim. You're up, as now the zombies are starting to enter the room.
You biscuit.
What is Whim doing? And these
Whim is
undead
going
have
to take an attack with his whip.
Okay. The zombies have a special feature that allows them to do a saving throw. Hit with 11. So they have an undead fortitude. I'm not
Do
going
we get
to.
a bonus?
A bonus for what?
Bonus attack.
Yes, if you took your action, you can use your bonus to take a second attack with your offhanded weapon. And you hit with that with a 21. All right, so that zombie goes down. So I'm not going to use this undead fortitude because it just prolongs the inevitable, and it's starting to get a little bit later. All right, Whim, go ahead and pass it whenever you're done. Okay, this zombie is going to move in. Another zombie moves in and slams out at Franisek. And Franisek, you basically you hold up your shield and he just bounces a slam attack off of it.
Thank goodness.
All right, round number 5, Hornswoggle.
I'm gonna fire my. Oh, drink this potion. Forgot.
Okay. Didn't you drink a potion? Did you drink a potion last time?
No, I did not drink the potion.
Okay, 1 second. Let me add before you start doing any rolls. Let me give you a potion really quick. Just 1 second, bud. Let's see. All right. See how you have that new potion of healing that just showed up magically on your sheet? On your
Yes.
actions tab? All right. Now you're going to see that there's going to be a little effect on there now. So let me turn this off. We'll go back to, there we go. See that little healing cross there? You just pick that up and drop it right on your token. And that healing condition will add hit points back onto your character sheet for you. Look at that, perfect. So you got back 5 points, 5 wounds from your healing potion as you quaff it down. So do you want to take any movement? And do you also want to do something for a bonus action maybe?
I want to move back.
Okay. He's going to move back into that little alcove up top so he can be safe.
Oh, and then bonus action, I want to hide.
Whoa.